Curiosity led you here, but the truth will keep you coming back. Subscribe, and let's unravel the mysteries that lie ahead. Look around you. What do you see? Symbols of success, images of power. We are told these are the pillars of our world. We are told this is what we should strive for. But what if it's all a lie? What if the world as we know it is a carefully constructed illusion? It's easy to believe we understand how things work. We elect our leaders, we trust our institutions. But what if there are forces at play beyond our comprehension? Forces operating in the shadows, pulling the strings. This isn't about politics, it's about power. Raw, untamed power. The kind that transcends borders and ideologies. The kind that shapes our destinies from the shadows. We're about to journey down a rabbit hole. We're going to expose the hidden mechanisms that drive our world. Hold on tight. This is going to be a bumpy ride. They say knowledge is power, but what if the knowledge you seek is hidden, locked away in the deepest recesses of society? What if the truths you uncover are the very ones they want to keep buried? But what about the knowledge they don't want you to have? The secrets buried deep. These are the truths that lie behind closed doors, in vaults and in the minds of those who hold the keys to power. The truths hidden in plain sight. They are the whispers in the corridors of power, the fleeting glimpses of a world that operates just out of view. This is where our journey begins. In the shadows, in the places where light barely touches, we start to unravel the threads of a complex web of influence and control, in the hushed whispers of conspiracy. These are the murmurs that hint at a reality far removed from the one we know, a reality shaped by unseen hands. In the leaked documents and the testimonies of those who dare to speak out, these brave souls risk everything to shed light on the darkness, to reveal the machinations of those who prefer to remain in the shadows. Who really controls the flow of money around the world? Is it governments? Or is there a hidden network of power that transcends national borders and political systems? Or are there other players in this game? Players who operate behind the scenes, pulling the strings of global finance and politics. Players whose names we don't know and whose faces we never see. They move through the world like ghosts, their influence felt but never seen. They operate in the shadows. Their meetings are secret, their agendas hidden from public view. They pull the strings of global finance. Every major financial decision, every market fluctuation is influenced by their unseen hand. Their influence is everywhere, yet they are nowhere to be found. They are the invisible architects of our world, shaping it to their will. We're talking about secret societies, powerful individuals. These are the groups and people who have, for centuries, wielded power from behind the scenes. They gather in dimly lit rooms. Away from the prying eyes of the public, they make decisions that affect the lives of millions. They make decisions that impact the lives of millions. Their signatures on documents can change the course of history. Their strategies can alter the fate of nations. Their motives are shrouded in mystery. What drives them? Is it power, wealth, control, or something more sinister? Their methods are ruthless and calculated. They stop at nothing to achieve their goals, using any means necessary to maintain their grip on power. This is the world of power brokers and kingmakers, a world where the stakes are high and the players are few, but their impact is felt by all. Are you ready to meet them? To step into the shadows and uncover the secrets that lie within? Join us as we delve into the hidden world of power and influence. Follow the money? That's what they always say. It's a phrase that has become almost cliché in the world of investigative journalism and financial scrutiny. But there's a reason it persists. But what happens when the trail leads to a dead end? When the clues dry up and the money seems to vanish into thin air? Or worse, to a name you recognize, a name that carries weight, influence, and power? Suddenly, the investigation takes on a whole new meaning. The world of finance is a complex web. It's a labyrinth of transactions, accounts, and hidden agendas. Each thread in this web connects to another, creating a vast network that can be nearly impossible to untangle. Some might even say it's rigged. The rules of the game are written by those who stand to benefit the most, leaving the rest of us to play along, often unaware of the true stakes. We're talking about trillions of dollars changing hands every day. These transactions happen at lightning speed across borders and through countless intermediaries. But who's really benefiting from this flow of wealth? The luxurious lifestyles of the ultra-wealthy are a stark contrast to the everyday struggles of the average person. We've all heard the stories: financial scandals, insider trading, market manipulation. These aren't just isolated incidents, they're symptoms of a deeper systemic issue. It's enough to make you question everything you thought you knew about money. The very foundation of our financial system seems to be built on shaky ground.
Experts have been warning us for years. Economists, financial analysts, and even some insiders have sounded the alarm, but their voices are often drowned out by the noise of the market. They point to the concentration of wealth in the hands of a select few. This growing disparity is not just a statistic, it's a reality that affects millions of lives. They talk about a system designed to benefit the elite at the expense of everyone else. But are we listening? Are we paying attention to the signs and the warnings?
This isn't just about greed, it's about control. The power to shape economies, influence governments, and dictate the course of our lives. The more money you have, the more power you wield. It's a simple equation, but one with far-reaching and often terrifying implications. It's a simple equation with terrifying implications. The concentration of wealth and power in the hands of a few can destabilize entire economies and societies. These individuals and organizations aren't just shaping our economies, they're shaping our world. Their decisions impact everything from the price of goods to the stability of nations, and they're doing it right under our noses. The question is, what are we going to do about it? Will we continue to turn a blind eye, or will we start to demand accountability and transparency? Imagine a spiderweb, intricate, delicate, deadly. That's how they operate, these unseen forces. They are the puppet masters, pulling the strings from behind the scenes, orchestrating events with precision and stealth. Their influence is pervasive, yet they remain hidden in the shadows, their true intentions masked by a facade of legitimacy. They spin webs of influence that stretch across the globe. From the bustling streets of New York to the quiet corridors of power in Beijing, their reach is limitless. They connect with each other through a network of alliances, partnerships, and secret deals, ensuring that their interests are always protected. They use money to buy loyalty, silence dissent, and shape the narrative. Wealth is their weapon, and they wield it with ruthless efficiency. They fund think tanks to produce favorable research, lobbyists to push their agendas, and media outlets to control the flow of information. Every dollar spent is an investment in maintaining their dominance. From Wall Street to Washington, their influence is inescapable. They fund political campaigns, ensuring that their chosen candidates rise to power. They control media outlets, dictating what stories are told and how they are framed. They influence education systems, shaping the minds of future generations to align with their worldview. They even infiltrate our entertainment. Through movies, music, and television, they subtly reinforce their messages, normalizing their values and ideals. They create heroes and villains, shaping our perceptions of right and wrong, good and evil. Their goal is simple: to maintain their grip on power. They seek to create a world where they are untouchable, where their wealth and influence are unchallenged. They build empires, not just of money, but of control, ensuring that every aspect of society serves their interests, to ensure that the status quo remains unchanged. They fear change, for it threatens their position. They resist reform, undermine progress, and stifle innovation, all to keep the world as it is, a world where they reign supreme. They use fear and division to keep us in line. By creating enemies, both real and imagined, they distract us from their machinations. They pit us against each other, fostering distrust and animosity so that we are too busy fighting amongst ourselves to challenge their authority. They distract us with meaningless entertainment while they continue to consolidate their power. Reality TV, celebrity gossip, and sensationalist news are all tools in their arsenal designed to keep us docile and compliant. While we are engrossed in the trivial, they are making decisions that shape our future.
Think about it. How often do you question the information you're fed? How often do you stop to consider the source, the agenda behind the headlines? We are bombarded with information, but how much of it is designed to inform and how much to manipulate? How often do you dig deeper, beyond the headlines and the sound bites? In a world of 24-hour news cycles and social media, it's easy to accept the surface-level narrative. But the truth is often buried beneath layers of spin and propaganda, waiting to be uncovered by those willing to look. We're living in an age of information overload. Every day we are inundated with news, opinions, and data from countless sources. It's a constant barrage that can leave us feeling overwhelmed and confused. But amidst the noise, there are truths to be found if we are willing to seek them out. But how much of it is actually true? How much of what we see and hear is a carefully constructed illusion, designed to keep us compliant and unquestioning? The lines between fact and fiction have become blurred, and it is up to us to discern the difference. How much of it is carefully curated to keep us in the dark? The stories we are told, the images we are shown, are all part of a larger narrative, one that serves the interests of those in power. They control the narrative, shaping our perceptions and beliefs to suit their needs. These are the questions they don't want you to ask. They rely on our complacency, our willingness to accept the status quo without question. But it is only by asking these questions, by challenging the narrative, that we can begin to see the truth. But they are the questions we must ask if we ever hope to break free. It is through inquiry and skepticism that we can begin to unravel the webs of influence that bind us. By seeking the truth, we can empower ourselves to create a world where power is not concentrated in the hands of the few, but shared among the many. I'll leave the link to the book in the description where you'll learn about the mysteries of the world.